We're the RAGAMUFFINs and we're going to Slam Dunk Festival 2022. We are going back to Slam Dunk this year. This is going to be my second Slam Dunk, but you boys have been quite a fair few times.
I don't know how many now.
Yeah, I think this is 4. This is 4. 2015, 2016, I think. And then last year.
It'll be a 5th one for me.
Ooh,
Well,
veteran.
Yeah.
I'm old now.
But I think that kind of repeatability shows how much we've enjoyed this as a festival.
Well, it's right up our street, isn't it?
It's
In terms
absolutely
of the
fantastic.
genres they have on show.
I mean, straight off the bat, starting with the headliners, who jumps out the most? Is there a set there that you're like all in for?
I mean, Sum 41, I think.
Yeah, it'd be great to see Sum 41 again.
I think them as a festival headliner is pretty much perfect for me. I don't think I would go to a headline tour, but they've got plenty of bangers to fill out a nice festival headline set, so I think they'll be great. Neck Deep will be fun. I don't have anything nice to say about the latest album, but they got some bangers in the vault, haven't they? So it doesn't matter.
They've been playing this festival for years as well, so I think it's nice to see them be promoted to headliner at this point.
Kind of from the past, we've seen Sum 41 before, Dan, and they just put on a very, very fun live show. That was very, very enjoyable. According to Clash Finder, there won't be a lot of a clash between them. There'll be like maybe a 5-minute crossover at max, depending on kind of actual timings about the time they actually get out, if everything is going to be on time. So that's quite nice to see, because you're going to get a lot of people who'd want to see both of those bands. So again, kind of looking at the stage splits and that kind of thing, it doesn't look like there's going to be that much of a worry, and that there is going to be the opportunity to see a lot of those kind of bands. Kind of moving our way down through there, I'll straight away pick off Beartooth, that a band that we've seen countless times, and always a band that I'm going to repeatedly see again and again and again. And it's nice to see them come back after some time away from Slam Dunk, because I think that was the first time I ever saw them without realising that they were going to become one of my favourite bands. And so I don't kind of count it as a part of when I actually saw them, but intentionally now finally getting to see them at Slam Dunk again. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. Anyone else for you?
Well, Beartooth as well. It's something that we've mentioned across a few of our festival preview videos, is like just the opportunity to see overseas bands again at these festivals is going to be great. We talked about how it's been sort of domesticated last year because of the situation. So for bands like that, and also Sum 41 as well, to be here is just going to be amazing. Especially
since we all had tickets to go and see them on their January tour.
Yeah.
And that's been pushed back a year. We still kind of have that nice chance to go and see them this year, which is always welcome.
And it's going to be a first opportunity to hear songs from Below live for us, which has been great, because we've caught Beartooth, I want to say, for each of the last album cycles,
Since Aggressive.
So, and we were going to go to, obviously, the Below tour. So yeah, to hear some of those songs live, like Dominate, if they play it.
Asking a tune, Skin will be fantastic. Past is Dead.
Sticking with that row, it's going to be great to see the story so far again.
Yeah.
They may have some new music out by that point as well.
Again, that would be definitely welcome. I know there's going to be definitely a band on the row below, Dan, that you're going for.
Yeah, I love Pennywise. Now, the Wonder Years are going to be playing Suburbia in full, which I'm very excited about. At South, of course, yeah. We'll be going to South, so we'll be singing Suburbia in full. They're playing the Upsides in full at Leeds, which again is great, but controversially, I prefer Suburbia to the Upside. So I'm very happy with the way the cards have fallen.
Done very well there.
Death of Anna as well. Nice to see them returning.
I do think it would be good to try and catch a band like Pennywise. I don't know where they'll be, if they'll be at the dad stage or if they'll be at the Jaeger.
I think they're likely to be on the dad stage.
Which is a shame, because it felt at least last year that it was sort of just tucked away in a corner.
It was like
forgotten about.
It felt like the opposite of a creche. It was like the dads that have brought their kids to Slam Dunk.
That's so perfect.
Like their kids just go and leave them at the dad stage for the day while they go off and see all these different bands, and they just know that their dads will be
safe and sound.
Safe and sound at the punk and drublic stage at the end of the day.
Oh, my word.
I mean, you hit the nail
Dad
on the
Crash.
head there.
They should rename that stage to the Dad Crash.
It's like Rick and Morty where they just leave.
Like Jerry, just get
Jerry.
left. Yeah. No, I think as we kind of keep moving through, Kenny Hoopla, we're looking at seeing him at 2000 Trees as well. We love the Survivor's Guilt EP. That was absolutely fantastic. Amity, we've all seen before.
Yes.
Again.
One of my favourite bands. A sort of one of those bands that when I see them live and listen to them now, it sort of takes me back to like being like an angsty teenager, and so I think it's going to be very fun to see them. And speaking of fun, Electric Callboy.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's at the moment for me, it's like odds-on favourite to be the most enjoyable set of the day. I just think it's going to be so ridiculous. Yeah.
I've purposefully not looked at any live footage of them because I want Slam Dunk to be that first experience. Obviously, we've seen music videos and the music is just so fun and they just seem like they're going to have great energy live. But I want that to be like a nice surprise, like we go there and see it, and how they're going to dress up, how the crowd's going to react to them, whether we're going to kind of just get like head bobbing, whatever happens, if we're going to get the exercise stuff that you get from Pump It. I think that's going to be fun. Knucklepuck as well.
Oh yeah. New EP.
Had a few decent tunes on it, didn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
And yeah, I mean, they're a band as well that have got so many fucking massive tunes like in their catalogue that whatever they pull out for a festival set is going to be pretty much perfect, isn't it? Also, it is going to be nice if we can to catch 303. I think it's going to be a fun, sort of the way that we saw McFly, just to sort of dip in.
The problem that we'll have with Slam Dunk is because there's so many bands we want to see in one day, it's going to be very difficult to kind of make time to check out something different. But yeah, we'll see if we can make time for 303.
Yeah, you got to sort of check your expectations quite early in Slam Dunk. Otherwise, you end up
like there's no way that we're going to be able to see every single band that we mentioned today, although we'd love to.
But that's one of the nice things that Slam Dunk, apart from obviously that the dad stage kind of tucked away, it was very easy to kind of go from stage to stage. They had organised that very well. It's a good festival layout, so you had that ability if you wanted to jump between and you wanted to say there's a couple of bands that have a bit of a clash. It's not difficult to get to the next stage to try and catch at least some more of another set. So that's always welcome. Moving on down, who else are you excited to see?
Looking at that line, Counterparts is the standout band for me. I think they're just going to be amazing. They were really great. I saw them at the Loft in Southampton, a nice intimate venue. In fact, the guitarist jumped right on my head when he tried to stage dive.
Tried to?
Yeah, he fell onto the floor.
Via your head?
Via my head, yeah.
So basically you headbutted him to the floor?
Yeah. Like, I can't think of a famous goal that's a header, but...
Like Zidane?
Like Zidane.
Noticed them point out on Twitter something that's quite odd. They're underneath Silverstein on the lineup poster. They're the only two bands that like share a space.
Yeah, Counterparts tweeted about it.
I saw about that as well.
Why are we giving Silverstein a piggyback or something?
Yeah, I did see that.
It is weird. I'd like to believe that it's just because they've both got long, thin logos.
Yeah, I think it's just because they've run out of space on the poster.
But still funny nonetheless.
It is funny.
When you look at on top of them, Silverstein, they've had a lot of fun with Beartooth when they've toured over the years. So that kind of gives a lot of opportunity for a lot of fun between those two bands to bring Silvertooth back and have a nice laugh. And I think we've seen that before with Slam Dunk, where a lot of these artists will kind of jump on with each other, do features. We saw Caleb go on stage. We saw Loz go on stage with Don Broco. Last year we had the singer from Comeback Kid jump on stage with Sleeps. So kind of having all these different bands there, it calls for a lot of that opportunity when you've got kind of feature spots on a song that you're going to get different vocalists, different people kind of integrating, which I think is always something quite nice. Spanish Love Songs, they were a band that you introduced us to, Dan, kind of right at the start of all of this. They were an early one. You've not seen them live before?
Not seen them live, so this will be my first opportunity and one that I can't turn down, I don't think.
I feel the same about Mum Jeans. I really, really have enjoyed their latest album. We reviewed it a little while back on our podcast, and I've been listening to it quite a lot since. So I think they're going to be really fun live as well. I think it's just going to feel like a little loser punk party.
Oh,
so.
yes. Now, speaking of loser punk, I think maybe Hot Mulligan fall into that category.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're a band I'm really excited to hear and see. I've already heard them.
Any other senses going to be engaged?
If I get close enough, I'll see if I can taste them as well.
I thought you were going to go for smell then. Moving on. James, are there any bands you want to smell?
No, not smell. I'd like to see Yours Truly again. We saw them in Oxford being supporting Holding Absence. And I think we saw the singer at Underground Festival,
Underground Festival.
At their set as well, which is quite cool to see. They did put on a very good set back then. Again, they came over from Australia, I think it was. So getting that international feel for it, that's going to be very nice. There will probably be a secret special guest announced at some point.
We got any predictions?
You said you've seen stuff about Avril Lavigne being mentioned.
I've heard people talking about Avril Lavigne, but she's doing that tour with that blonde-haired fella that we don't talk about anymore.
No, so
which I think is probably around the same time as this.
Yeah. Anyone you'd like to see?
I think like the natural progression would be Muck Busted, wouldn't it?
That would be cool. I would be happy with that.
There's been Busted. There's been McFly.
Let's get Muck Busted.
But yeah, that might be a bit old now.
I feel like because those two bands are throwback, like nostalgia acts, I feel like they need to sort of break that trend now before they get too stuck in it. So
yeah, maybe
just a big modern band doing like a set on a small stage.
I feel like the magic of a secret set has to be someone that's bigger than that slot.
Yeah, but who?
Exactly. Comment down below if you've got any ideas of who you think could be there, who you'd like to be there in that secret set.
I mean, there's that warm-up show that has like Real Friends and stuff on, but I feel like that'd be cheating to then make one of them the secret act.
Yeah, because maybe Yumi at 6, because they're doing the Sinners Never Sleep anniversary show at Hatfield and at the Leeds location as well.
Is that too obvious as well, though?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Maybe you guys can let us know your predictions for the secret set in the comments.
Nice.
And if you're right, you get a like.
Nice.
That's it.
For people listening that are going to be going to Slam Dunk, if there is one set that is mandatory to go to, who's it going to be?
I'm going to say Beartooth. I'm very excited to see some of that Below album live. I think they've always put on a fantastic show. As they've grown as a band, the production's just got better and better. And I think they're going to put on a fantastic show.
The Wonder Years. They're always a good fun band, and they're playing Suburbia in full. That might not happen again. Don't miss it.
I think I'm going to say the story so far. I think, in my personal opinion, they are the best modern pop-punk band of maybe the last 15 years, or however long since they've been around. And I've seen them live before. They're amazing. Can't be missed.
So just for the dates of Slam Dunk as well, the North date is on Friday 3rd of June. It is at Leeds Temple Newsome. And the South date on Saturday 4th of June at Hatfield Park.
If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming festival vlogs, including Slam Dunk, Download, Outbreak, Truck and 2000 Trees. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to follow and leave a 5-star review because it will make us happy.